Hello everybody, it's your boy Lumenaddy. Today's February the 6th, and let's get right into it. So yesterday's charts, when we closed the video, we said expect a pump up in price after it. We were expecting a flash crash because we thought Bitcoin might just drop down and then pick itself right back up. And we stated a few levels to look out for. The first one being this level right here, which I believe is 43.08. Yes, it is. 43.08. Then we talked about 41.78, and we said, if there is a flash crash as big as our long week previously, even 38.63, to be all good buy targets. And the price only touched the first buy target, which was 43.08, but nonetheless, a good move up from there till 48.09. So that is a almost 500 pip move. Sorry, I'm talking pips. That's forex. 500 satoshis move, which is really good for a day trade. And now we're seeing a little bit of consolidation on our today's daily candle, and I expect this to revert back up to end the day on another positive upward gain daily candle. So currently is a good buy. If you want to see on the lower time intervals to see if price is going to revert back down, it might give you an idea for a better entry point. But again, like yesterday, as I said, you should only be placing buys. That's as per my analysis. I will be only placing buys. I guess that's a better way of saying it because you should do your own research before you invest. But I will be looking to just put in buys because I feel that the market has reached its low point, and I'll also corroborate that with Bitcoin's price action because, as we've shown before, Bitcoin and Stellar seem to be moving in sync for the moment as we're trying to recover out of the dip. So currently on the 15-minute chart, you saw a huge spike up. Now I expect this to continue back on up. I believe this is just a consolidation in a very short term. I expect this 15-minute candle to inch on back up before it closes. So that's something we can keep an eye on. But to know if price is going to continue going up, we will, and I mean more than just that 15-minute candle, we will draw a retracement and see where it takes us, where price has moved to since reaching on the 15-minute chart its most peak. There we go. Excellent. All right. There we are. And there we are. All right. So as we can see, price has retraced back and it touched the 23% level, and it kind of hung around there. The reason why you see price hanging around there because, like we discussed earlier, whenever you have a confluence of retracement levels, usually price will be attracted to that area. We have another confluence at 5,000, right? That being another level where there's confluence of retracement levels. So it went back down to 30% and then rebounded back up. That's positive for a bullish signal. Then it returned back. It touched the 50%, traced back up, touched the 50% again, tried coming back to 50%, and it had this huge spike upward. Now, if it continues upward and closes beyond the 38% level, that is, again, a more positive signal for it to being a continued bull run, even in the short term. Long term, definitely, as in long term for this day, we expect it to be a bullish candle. So that's a little bit reassuring. Let's go out a little bit to the 30-minute to see if there's anything in here that would be saying otherwise. Even if this closes down a little bit lower, first of all, right now it's an engulfing pattern. If it closes a little bit lower, that'd be a reverse hammer, which is also another bull pattern. So the signals are just shaping up to be a bullish pattern on the 30-minute at least. Let's look at the 45-minute chart. Here we would have, I don't know if it's a stretch to call this a morning star. Might be a stretch because you wouldn't expect this much of a long wick to call it a morning star, but that would also be a bullish pattern. But over here, that is a morning star almost. So yeah, so right now we're above the 38 percentile. level, and we have about, did we close already on that 15-minute chart? Let's see. Did we close? We have about a minute. What was this level here? 46.12. Okay, yeah, we're going above. We have about a minute 19, minute 18. Let's see if it closes above this 30% level. If it does, then that'd be reassuring for a continued bull run up. So it's a good place to put your buys in. And then let's look at the 4-hour to see if there's anything in here that we can derive some confidence from. So as we had the initial bull run, it came back down to touch the middle Bollinger Band level. Usually when we're on a trend, the middle band of the Bollinger Band will act like a support for a bull run, and if it's a bearish run, it'll act as a resistance level. So price will usually rebound off of it. So as you can see right now, it's testing that, and it's not breaking down below. So that's at least a reassuring sign. So let's see what happens there. And let me just go back to the 15-minute to see. Oh, we're 22 seconds away. Let's see where it closes. It's above it. Oh, it's hovering right above that. 8 seconds, 6 seconds. It's a little bit below. 3. All right, let's see where they call it. Let's see, is there a close? They call it close to be at 46.10, which is right around that level, the 38% level. Let's see where the open for the next one. Is it below that mark or is it above? And it's right on the level. It's at 48.610. I still think this is continuing to go up. I think it's a safe buy in. So that's something that you should look out for. And as we were going to the 1-day chart, on the 4-hour, we felt that signs are still positive for a bullish move. And similarly, on the 1-day chart, you see this pattern right here. You have what could be a questionable reverse hammer right here with the hammer right after it, which this would be a bullish pattern. And you'd expect this candle, which is currently bearish, to finish the day on a bullish note. So right now would be a safe buy to put in. If you wanted to wait, you could test it. You could wait to see if the price will test the lower Bollinger Band, which would be at a level of 4,447 Satoshis. You could wait to see if that happens. If there's a pullback, and if you want to be extremely conservative, you can wait for this level right here, which is 43.11. And then it would revert back up. So those are the levels to look for buys, either current or at the lower Bollinger Band, or at this retracement level. And where you would collect profit, obviously 5,000, because that's a huge attraction for price. You can see price has touched or gone beyond that within the past week multiple times. So you can expect that. You can also expect the one above, 51.98. We've been talking about this price returning back up there. And then the one right about that, 53.75. Those will be all take profit levels to look out for. Also, something that's reassuring is volume. When we look at volume, let me click on Stellar. And when we look at volume, we're having high volume, y'all. And compared relatively to the previous days, it's definitely well above the lows that we had. And I expect it to continue up. So that's something to keep an eye out as well. And finally, just to look at Bitcoin one more time, because price mimics Bitcoin's actions. On the daily for Bitcoin, it completed what I would say is the lowest part of the dip, and RSI is pointing up. This looks like a questionable, you could say it's a hammer formation. It's a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch to call it a hammer. But the other reassuring thing is it had a lot of volume on yesterday. And last time we had such volume levels, you could see a bit of a bullish run. And at the same level previously, you had a bullish run that just continued on up. So I think at least for the next few days, you can expect upward price movement, and that's what we'll be looking for. And we will confirm with tomorrow's video. Until then, peace!